All right, welcome back. This is going to be a little thing about the car, the Cadillac, this thing. So I had tint the, one second. I went to tint the third brake light. When I pulled it off, I think the gasket ended up failing when I put it back on. So now water and stuff gets over it. Now this wasn't quick. This was probably over, I'd say 2-3 years worth of time, but it gradually got worse and worse. I made a pretty decent repair on it, but with that thing still leaking water get down there, it just kind of came back tenfold. So you can see it just busted straight through, very brittle. So instead, I went to a junkyard, and for I guess $130, that's with the warranty, just in case it don't fit. Got a new trunk. Well, new to me. Nice. This, just dirt. I wiped most of that off. I'm gonna clean it. As far as looking at the whole thing, I went through it. Obviously, this was the only one at the lot. Not just the only year, but the only generation. I have the second generation, so the fitment should be anywhere from 08 to, I think, 2013, 2014. So this being a 2011, it should fit. Again, that's why I got the warranty. That way I could take it back. So the plans with this is going to be clean it all up, go through, clay bar it, and then wrap it. I got gloss black wrap so that hopefully we can get it to get somewhat paint match. So next steps you're going to see, going to be me taking it downstairs. I'm going to work where it's warm because it's like 20 degrees here, 22 degrees here. So I'm not looking forward to working outside. Okay, here I am down in my basement / work area for in the winter, so I'm not outside in the garage. Here's the trunk in a better light. As you can tell, pretty good. Maybe probably a little scratch there. That's not really going to be a big issue when we wrap it. Like I said, dirt here. Here's some remnants from the foam from the badge, which we're going to take all that off. Heat gun is going to be the key for that. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up my workbench and stuff. Like I said, just over time, just come down here and throw stuff on there for the projects. But we're going to clay bar it, make sure the surface is completely clean after we get the badges off with the heat gun, so on and so forth. So let me get all this stuff straightened up, set up, and then I'll walk you through the steps. I'll also probably switch to my GoPro. It tends to have a little bit better quality on it, so. All right, here we are. Got everything straightened up, cleaned up, hung a TV up, so it took a little longer than I thought. Here's the trunk. So as you can tell, right throughout here, all dirty, obviously used trunk. Again, compared to the one I have, man, this is a perfect trunk. You got light scratches on all this stuff, which is bound to happen being used, especially for the year. This is a 2011. Little scratch there. Little remnants left behind from the old two-way tape. Again, I'm going to be taking that badge off. I'm going to be taking this one off. This is coming off just so I can clean all the crevices. I'm going to do the light too. I'm going to take that off. I made sure to keep the liner. Clean all this out. So the goal is to get this trunk looking as nice as possible. Inside there, I did not cut the wires. I wanted to leave at the scrapyard. The next person that might want it, leave them with a good harness. Plus, nothing's wrong with mine. Got the handle and all that stuff. So basically right now we're going to fully disassemble this thing. Go in there. Going to disassemble the third brake light. If you are doing it, I will go ahead and walk you through what sizes these are, if that helps. But most of this should pop off. This we'll use a heat gun for this as well. Once you heat it up with a heat gun, you should be able to rub all this off and get rid of it. It's going to take probably a little series of cleaners, so. far as the latch goes, we don't need to do anything with that. I know it functions because I popped it open at the site. All right, now once you get your cover and stuff, go ahead and flip your trunk. Right in here, this is going to be that chrome piece that was right above the license plate. And got this part, you know what? I'm sorry, right up here, this is the tail light. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then this is the chrome piece. Right. Okay, this is also the chrome piece. I'm sorry, when it's backwards and upside down, it confuses me, but 1, 2, and I think that's it. So all these are 10 millimeter. You're going to want to extract those. That way you could take off those pieces. See how dirty that is? Horrible. Same with that area for that there. So now we're going to head and proceed to the chrome piece. All right, for this part, you're going to want to use some needle nose pliers. It's going to be hard to see in there on camera, so I'll take it off and I'll show you why. All right, and there you have it with this. The pliers are going to be for right here. As you can see, there's little tabs. You're going to reach in there and you're just going to basically pinch on those and help push it through. I did know that just pop these off. These little lenses, they come right off, no problem. And then there's going to be a screw in there and a screw in there. That's also 7 millimeter. Once you have that and these 2 screws done, go ahead and pop it off. You got this grommet here. Just kind of push it and flex it in there and it should come right out. All right, once we flip this over, as you can see, real dirty. When you go to wrap this, hell, even when you go to clay bar it, you're gonna want it as clean as possible to begin with. So usually before, I have a video, I can link that in the description below, but on my channel, when I went through clay barring and detailing this stuff, you always want to wash your car first before you clay bar. If you don't, what you're trying to remove, you're just moving that all around and going to leave scratches. Remember, you're wrapping this, not in this case, but maybe in a different case. When you're going to clay bar your car, you want it to be really clean beforehand so you're not causing more damage to the paint. My goal here is to make it as clean as possible, for 1, for a fresh start, but for 2, so my wrap vinyl actually sticks and adheres like it should. So before we get to cleaning all this stuff up, we're going to finish with the dirty work. I'm going to go ahead and take a heat gun to this and pop these off and pop this off, and I'm going to work on getting this sticker off. Once those are done, I'm going to pop these out, these little plastic pieces for the license plate, and then I'm going to get this stuff off. These are like little pads for your vibration on your license plate, which we can put something there if we want to when we're done. Everything comes off. Everything has to come off before you wrap it. But it looks like this stuff, sticker, and these emblems. All right, there we are. For these are usually only a one-time use thing. You can go down to Walmart even, and gas stations sometimes have them, but you can Amazon, whatever you want, but they're just little plastic inserts you mount your license plate to. So you can fold up these edge tabs and then push it straight through. As far as these popped off real easy. The emblems you've seen, I destroyed these emblems taking them off. There's easier ways of taking these off. You stand back further with the heat gun and gradually warm it up. And then take fishing line and then use two hands and pull the line right through the back if you want to preserve the emblem. I don't want the emblems on, so I do not care about the emblems. Plus, it's going to get wrapped and stuff like that. As far as that goes, now you're good. Everything is just down to bare trunk. No extra accessories, no grommets, no gaskets, none of that stuff. So now we completely clean this. Whatever you decide to use to clean it, that's up to you. Just make sure it's completely dry. If you take it out and power wash it, just make sure there's no moisture inside the framework underneath. No, you don't want water anywhere in here. Matter of fact, water getting in there and trapped down in here is what caused my problem to begin with. So I would probably recommend using a good degreaser or something and just do it all by hand. This you're going to want to scrub a little bit more. I'm going to probably use isopropyl alcohol or brake cleaner. So next time you see this, I'm not going to record that process. The GoPro battery is dying. So now's the time where I'm going to go over it with a clay bar. It's going to help. You can still hear the texture on it. It's not smooth, slick paint. I've got a video also on my channel describing the clay bar and then, you know, the texture on this stuff and just kind of paint correction. So you go through with your series of polishes. This doesn't have to be pristine because I'm wrapping it, but again, we want to make sure that over time with the sun hitting it and stuff like that on the wrap, that the wrap's not lifting in certain areas. Then it kind of defeats. Again, if you want to know more details on this stuff, then the channel has the video for it. I just did a quick cut and then a polish. Now these are micro abrasives, so it's not necessarily a wax. It does kind of do like a wax thing to it, so probably I'll go through it with isopropyl alcohol, make sure I clean off all that stuff before I wrap it. But nonetheless, I took that junkyard trunk and made it a whole lot better. Obviously it's got its little imperfections being a, you know, 13 years older, but looks hell of a lot better. And again, the whole design behind this was to go ahead and wrap it black, just like my Cadillac, and then put it back together. So I just wanted to run through. Look at the gloss on that. Way better. That's a lot better. Again, guys, a paint correction, you don't even have to do a whole lot to it. You can just do a quick one, a basic one, and your car's just gonna look way better. I don't know, this part excites me, man. You see a nice metallic flake and stuff in it. So next step, which will be tomorrow, which will be the next clip for you guys being YouTube. The next clip is going to be me wrapping it. I gotta wait for it to arrive tomorrow. I did get my tools. Got me a micro razor, which is good. You always want a really sharp tip. This is gonna cut a long ways, which I probably won't need. I ordered a sheet big enough just for the trunk. It's a 3 foot by 5 foot. And then I have my squeegees here. It came with 2 of those. And something that would help, magnets. So they got like a non-scar. Again, I've watched a whole lot of videos on wrapping cars, but I've never physically done it. I've done the headlights, but not a panel. So this is going to be a nice learning curve for me, so bear with me. I just went ahead and flipped it over. I did the back side of these edges. Make sure you clean those up real good with isopropyl alcohol. No dirt, no grime. I'm going just over it. I don't plan on going in any certain amount, just enough to get around. After that, I went ahead and I wiped it all back down with a clean cloth, and then I wiped it all back down with isopropyl alcohol, and then make sure it was dry. Get in all your corners and stuff like that, so yeah, you can assure that your wrap sticks. I also removed my little foam board because it had a bunch of little dirt and stuff. I just want the bare minimum, so I got my sawhorses here so that the wrap doesn't pick up any additional debris that I'm not wanting. I'm going to work on this back side first, and have this drape over, and then I'm going to proceed to do the top. If you want an actual good place to watch and reference and learn how to do wrap, I would suggest CK Wraps on YouTube. I'm no professional. I'm going to do the best I can based off what I've seen, but again, this is my first time, so I'll probably take some video of me doing it, but I'm not going to be all in depth with it. So you guys should see a little bit of the Okay, here we are. Like I said, first time ever wrapping anything other than headlights, but that's a tint, a little bit different. Actually a lot easier too, not a lot of different curvatures and stuff, unless you got a RAV4. Turned out pretty good from what I can tell. You see a whole lot of hazing and scratching and stuff like that. That's gonna happen. They give you these squeegees, they got a little felt on it, but that's going to happen. That being said, this stuff right here, this is what they call a cap. So when you do get wrap, and you do want to wrap this stuff yourself, just understand, leave that cap on there. That way you got all your scratches and stuff on the cap. This film in particular, it's a PPF, which is a paint protection film. So not only is it a little bit more strong and resilient to light rock chips and stuff like that, it also has self-healing. So let's say it does look hazy like this with a bunch of micro scratches and things, especially from watching or washing it. You go to put heat on it, or when the sun's directly on it, it's going to actually cure those. It's going to take them back off. So as far as peeling that off, that's what we're looking for. So I'm pretty excited about it. Yes, there's a little bit of imperfections. Again, the panel wasn't even good, I mean, at its tip top to begin with. When people usually do paint protection film and stuff, it's a brand new car, you know, no rock chips, no dings, no blistering with the clear coat from the UV rays over the years, just stuff like that. All this is going to be hidden with the chrome trim. I'm going to transfer some of my stuff over, but I just wanted to give you guys another look at it. Regardless, a whole lot better than what I have. I'll make sure to put a before and after on at the end of this video to show you. I don't really care too much about, you know, little bubbles and stuff like that, which are very, very, very minimal here. I think there might be a couple of raised spots, but that's because of stuff like from the clear coat. I did the best I could. That's why I went to the extent of clay barring and paint correction, a quick one anyway, just so we can make sure to minimize that. As far as that gloss, man, it's going to look a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and peel all this. This is called a cap. I'm going to go ahead and peel the whole cap off. I'll probably go pull my trunk and then put my parts on it and all right, the moment I've been waiting for and I'm sure you guys too. As you can tell, that's the red trunk. Actually, the carpet and everything was a lot better. Mine just got beat to shit. The rust, everything, it ended up making everything look bad. Plus, every time you open the trunk, way better. No issue. This one did, being the 2011, my car's a 08. This one had a backup camera. I don't have that connected, obviously. I don't have that head unit. And this is kind of a cool touch because I had to use this because it's different. The bolts align different. I had to use this one, so this one says Cadillac, which is, I guess, a good added bonus. Other than that, edge is covered. Panel lines up just fine. So the original problem when I put this on, like I said, I think the gasket failed, or maybe I reinstalled it incorrectly. However, on each hole for this in this chrome bar, each bolt for this in this chrome bar, I put caulk around it. Obviously you don't see it, doesn't squirt out. I didn't do the whole entire perimeter. I just did around the holes where it would let the rain in. So that's it. Not much else to say on it. Any tips, questions, comments, concerns, please